How to open an account on AI WiseMind and set everything so you can start creating affiliate posts for your website immediately. Before we start, just a second to explain what it is. In AI WiseMind website, the AI specialized in creating content for affiliate websites, and it's based on ChatGPT. So if you are an affiliate marketer and you want to generate a lot of content without spending a fortune on writers, then this tool is perfect for you. It worked with WordPress websites, automatically generating and pushing posts to your sites on schedule. You don't need to worry about it. Just set it up once and get your content on your website. If you don't have a WordPress website, you can download the posts and upload them to your site. They offer a few plans. The first one is great if you are on budget and want a more affordable option. This plan doesn't allow direct posting to WordPress and doesn't work with Amazon affiliate program, but it's compatible with other affiliate programs. You get 500 posts per month, which you can download and manually post on your website. The other plan starts with 100 posts each month. Keep in mind that you need to use all of your allotted posts each month. They don't carry over. Additionally, you need to pay for ChatGPT separately to create the content. I'll cover this in more detail in the video when I show you how to set up the ChatGPT API connection. It took me an hour to set everything up, so I hope this video will save you time when you're creating your account and configuring it to start publishing affiliate posts. So first, click on the link in the description to support this channel. I am getting some commission. Then you get to this page and you can choose your plan. It depends on how many posts you want for your website, or if you have more than one website you want to create content for. Then choose a higher amount of posts per month. Fill in the information and continue to payment if you want to pay with PayPal or your credit card. Now you have two accounts, one on AI WiseMind website and the other one on Warrior Plus website. Warrior Plus website is the one that manages the subscription and sign up and give you invoices, but you need to get to the AI WiseMind website for your product. Then you can press the green button and get to the page that congratulates you. Then you need to change the password because for some reason they don't send you an email with this information. But don't worry, you should be good with updating the password. Now get to the sign in on the top of the website, then press forgot password. You will get an email with a link reset your password. Then create a new password and continue. Now you can sign in with the email you signed in when you paid for the subscription and the new password. And you're in. Let's take a look at what we have here on the dashboard and what you should do first to set everything up. On the left side, you have everything you need to automatically create your affiliate website. On the top right side, you'll find your account setting. Now let's explore the left menu. First, you have the tab Campaigns. This is where you create prompts for the AI to generate content for you. The next tab, Content, is for managing all the content after it's created. You can access each piece of content and manage it individually. The following tab is Connect Your Sites, and this is actually the first thing you should do. Then you have site groups. If you have multiple sites with the same content, you can group them together. For instance, if you create content for clients, you can group website by client. The next tab is Site Wizard, where you can create the initial pages for your website and perform other tasks. We'll discuss this in more details as well. The last tab is Setting. Here you'll connect all the tools that assist you in creating content, such as ChatGPT API or Amazon API. This is the second thing you should do after connecting your website. The next section on the left menu covers a few other things. You can access the ticket support here. They take the time to respond. Then there are some tutorials and your account. That's all for the menu. Let's begin connecting the AI to your website. As I mentioned earlier, this is currently only for WordPress website. Perhaps in the future, they might add support for more types of websites to directly push content. Open your WordPress website in the user setting. I've created a new user for this purpose. I usually prefer creating a separate user for tasks like this so I can delete it if I encounter any problem later on. You need to create admin account for this function correctly. Next, return to user account and scroll down to the application section. Here, write a name for the application, something just for the reference. Then click on the Add New Password application button and copy the password that generates. Now go back to AI WiseMind and open the tab for connecting your website. Click on the Connect WordPress website button on the right. A pop-up window will appear. Fill in all the necessary information. Provide a name for your site. This name is for your own reference. It helps you identify this website whenever you want to publish something using the AI WiseMind campaign. You then add your site URL. Also enter the email you used to create the admin account. Then enter the password you generated earlier in the corresponding box. If you need to create a group of sites for any reason, you can do that here. Alternatively, you can assign this website to an existing group. You can connect as many websites as you want and you can create as many groups as you want. Now let's connect the other API. Go to the Setting tab. The first step is to connect to ChatGPT. You might be thinking, I don't have a ChatGPT subscription, but don't worry, you don't need one upfront. ChatGPT charges you after you create the content. The cost is very minimal for each post you make. I'll show you later how to track your ChatGPT spending. Click on the link below the API box. It will take you to ChatGPT API page, assuming you're logged in. If you're not logged in or you need to create an account, head over to OpenAI, find ChatGPT, create an account, and then confirm the email they send you. That's it. Now, when you are on the ChatGPT API page, to create the ChatGPT API, you should be logged in to ChatGPT. You can also access the API page without the direct link. Click on Create New API Key. Give it a name and create it. You'll get a long number. Copy and paste it into AI WiseMind website setting. If this is your first time creating an API, you'll need to set up payments for it to work. If you have a subscription to ChatGPT, it's a different service from the pay-as-you-go API. Find the billing option in the left menu and click the gray button. Set up a paid account. Choose the individual option, unless you're part of company. Fill in your credit card information for payments. When you add your credit card information, ChatGPT will charge $5 upfront. This is to confirm that your credit card is functioning properly. However, this amount will be dedicated from your future usage. If you want to limit your spending, you can do so by going to Billing and then Usage Limit. Set the limit you want per month or overall. You're all set for both ChatGPT and AI WiseMind. By the way, every time you want to use ChatGPT with another program and need to connect the API, you'll repeat this process and create a different API for each one. If you want to use ChatGPT for some functions and features, and this is your first month with ChatGPT API, then you must wait for a month for the first billing. It has to be at least $1. After that, you can use the ChatGPT for functions. If you're curious about your spending, you can go to Usage and see exactly how much you're spending each day. You can see on my dashboard that it's not much. I've uploaded 12 posts so far, and that's the total I've spent on everything. Now, let's create an API for YouTube. This helps AI WiseMind find your YouTube video for your posts. Click on the link beneath the API box. This will take you to Google API. If it's your first time here, you might need to follow a few more steps to open an account. For me, since I have several accounts, I click on Enable APIs and Services, and then create a new project. Give it a name like AI WiseMind. This is for your reference in the future. Name your project and create it. You don't need to add a location. Select the project and you'll see its name on the left. If it's not the right one, you can change it there. Now, on the left side menu, click on APIs and Services. Then go to the thumb menu and check for the library. Look for YouTube API data. It's somewhere in the middle. Click on Enable and then select Create Credential. Check the Public Data option. This will provide you with your YouTube API. Paste this API into the appropriate setting in AI WiseMind. Click Done on the YouTube API page. Next, you'll come to a new page where you need to set a restriction. Leave it as None and save. Let's set up the API for Pixabay. Pixabay is a website where you can download images for free, specifically for your website use. It's important to note that while it's fine for your website, you should check their terms if you intended to use the images for other purposes. AI WiseMind will search for images for you when you're creating posts. Click on the link below the Pixabay API box. This will take you to Pixabay website. If you don't have an account, you'll need to create one. Under the parameters, you'll find the option to either log in or sign up. Choose the option that suits you. I'm creating a new account. Personally, I prefer using my Gmail account, so I don't need to remember another password. Once you're in, scroll down to the parameter, enter the API keys. Copy the key and paste it into the Pixabay setting within AI WiseMind. Then save your setting. AI WiseMind just released a new option to add images to the automated post creation. So you can now use Unsplash images to embed in the post on your website automatically. To get the API codes, you need to click on the link they provided under the keys on the AI WiseMind dashboard setting. You got into the page of the instructions. So first create the developer account by adding your name, email, username, and password. Then you are on your dashboard on the Unsplash developer website. Click on New App. Then check all the boxes and agree to the terms. A new pop-up window will appear where you should set the name and description for the API app. Your app will be in demo mode, and that means that it will be rate limited to 50 requests per hour, which is okay. Scroll down and you will find your keys. Just copy them and add them in the right box on the AI WiseMind setting page. If you want to find your API keys after you've created the app, then on the Unsplash developer website you will find your apps in the top menu. Now you go to your dashboard and you can see your app there. Click on the app, you can get into it and copy the API again if you need. You will get an email from Unsplash website after you sign in, and then you just need to confirm your email. Now that everything is set up, it's time to create your website pages. Go to the site wizard in the left menu of AI WiseMind setting page. Dashboard. This is the only type of pages you can generate with AI WiseMind. All the content created with a campaign are regular posts. Click on Use Site Setup. The first option is to select your website from the list. You can choose from all your connected websites if you have more than one. However, it's important to note that this doesn't create a new WordPress website for you. It works with websites that are already up and running. The next setting can alter your website setting. You can enter the same information you already have on your website if you've set things up previously on your WordPress website. You can change from here the name and the tagline if you needed by checking the box. Next, provide a site description. This should outline what your site is about. Every information that you put in here is going to be on your pages. If you have specific features like e-commerce or courses, you should include that information in the site description. For the cleanup option, this is for a new website. If you've already removed certain posts and pages, you can leave this unchecked. In the list of pages, select the pages you want to create. If you've already created some of these pages, then you can remove them from the list. If you need all of them, check all the boxes. These pages are important for legal coverage in some ways. However, if you have something unique on your website, it's a good idea to have a lawyer help you write these pages rather than using AI. Then you have the option to add plugins to your website. Personally, I prefer to add plugins myself, so I don't select any of this list. In different video, I'll guide you through the plugin I'm installing when starting a new website. But let's go over this list. The first option for plugins is to add the classic editor. This is because the generated posts in AI WiseMind are created using the classic editor, not Gutenberg editor. I wish they would change it, as I personally prefer the Gutenberg editor. Nonetheless, if you don't add the plugin, the post will be created in the Gutenberg editor within classic editor blocks. You can change this later if you want to use Gutenberg blocks. I'll show you later how to change classic editor to Gutenberg blocks. Since you always need to review the post, this is just another step if you choose to switch from classic to Gutenberg. You can also keep the post in the classic editor block, so you don't need the classic editor plugin. The next plugin is for creating table of content. I prefer using my Gutenberg table of contents block that I add with Cadence or Stackable plugin, so I don't add this either. However, if you don't want to edit anything after creating the content and you want a table of contents, then you can use this option. The following plugin is for disabling comments. If you don't want comments on your website, you can do this with this plugin or in a different way as well that save you from adding another plugin to your website. For example, if you use a theme that have this option, you can turn off comments. For example, in the Cadence theme, you can go to the customization option, then to post layout, and finally single post layout. You can adjust various settings here, including comments. If you want to disable comments for your entire website, just scroll down and find the comment section and adjust it as you prefer, and of course publish it. So back to AI WiseMind. You don't necessarily need to add a comment disabling plugin to your website, just check your theme. The next plugin in the list is Sitekit by Google. This is must-have to connect Google Analytics and other free Google products. I'll cover this setup in another video. Rank Math SEO is an SEO plugin. It's a good one to consider. Next plugin is Auto Updates. Keeps your plugins, themes, and WordPress updated. However, it can potentially break your site if an updated plugin is problematic. If you're managing multiple sites, it's helpful, but for just one site, manual updates are better. Next plugin is YouTube Embed Plus. This is a plugin for YouTube players. I often use the regular Gutenberg YouTube block, and sometimes I use Presto Player for more features, so you don't need this one. The author bio setting can be checked if you wish to add author bio box underneath any of the posts you have on your site. SEO-friendly permalinks is a crucial setting to configure when starting a new website anyway. Some plugins might not function well with different permalinks settings. You can do this by checking it here, or you can go to setting in your WordPress dashboard. Then check in permalinks and choosing the post name option. This is not only for SEO, but also important if you're using other post type plugins like WooCommerce for e-commerce or LearnDash for online courses. For categories, you can add the number of categories you want AI WiseMind to create for you, but this might not be the categories you want on your website. You can leave this as 0 if you don't want to add categories now. Category can think between your website and AI WiseMind when creating posts, so it's a good idea to create your categories yourself on your website. Once you completed these steps, your site will be set up. It takes a few minutes for the process to complete, but when it's ready, you might find that you don't need to make significant changes. It usually does a good job creating these pages. I highly recommend using this feature for your website initial pages. You can find links to the plugin I mentioned as well as the AI WiseMind software in the description below. If you're thinking about purchasing it, you can support this channel through those links. Thank you. Now, the final step is to create posts for your website. I opened a new campaign and started to create a post. I can create more than one post at once and schedule it. I wanted to see what I will get, so I started with one. Probably I will sit down to create the whole month worth of content in the next few days, and then I will let it do the work for me. I started by creating the post. I needed to choose what kind of post I want this website to write for me. There are 3 options: information post, Amazon product review, and other product review. I choose to review these 2, AI WiseMind website, just to see how it is working. I added the name for the post. I think it is just for me. In the next box, I made a mistake and only put the website URL instead of adding keywords. So after it's published, the post, I had to replace the name of the website because it was putting it in 1 word instead of 3. I had to add some context. So I wrote something with a ton of grammar and spelling mistakes like I always do in English. I wanted the post to be about how content creation for a website is a time-consuming task and why it's a good idea to have a tool that does it for you. I used my affiliate link organizer, 30 affiliate plugin on my website, and created the affiliate link with it. Next, this gives you the option to add buttons over the post, and you can choose what will be on those buttons. I choose visit official website and edit it 3 times over the post is enough, since I will also include the link in the text after it gets published. There is option to embed videos and images, but I didn't want to get the images from Google search because it might have copyright issues. Besides, I already pay for stock images, so I will add more after it gets posted. Then I left the option for writing style for the default, and I just wanted to make the post longer. Also, there is an option to create more than one post, but for now I only wanted to create one post. I wanted it to publish immediately. I added the title for the post, but this tool can also provide title if needed. It took maybe 2 minutes to create the post, and then I went to look at it. I noticed that it created the post using the classic editor, but I like Gutenberg much more, so I switched it to blocks. Then I had a few things I needed to fix. I looked at the video that the tool produced for me, and it turned out to be a random video about posting to Instagram. I left it there for now, and I plan to replace it with this video once I post it to YouTube. I also had to fix the buttons as they were too big, but it was an easy task and didn't take much time. I found out that I needed to change the name of the website over the whole post 86 times. I tried a few find and replace plugins, but none of them worked for me, so I did it manually. This is what took me the most time for this post. After that, I fixed and sometimes changed the bullet points block because it had too much space between the lines. Overall, the text on the post was nice, although it wasn't exactly how I would write it. Nevertheless, it provided valuable information, unlike some content I sometimes get from ChatGPT with big words and little substance. For images, I needed to find them myself, since I didn't allow the tool to use Google search and it didn't find any images on Pixabay for some reason. I went to Envato Elements, where I have subscription and can get images without copyright issues. After making this adjustment, I checked the post on the front end, and that was it. And now I know for the next time I should include more keywords. Additionally, I need to fix the Gutenberg formatting and add images, and I'm waiting for the feature to add videos from specific channels. The tool did save me time, and a post of this length would typically take me a whole day, whereas this only took about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If you're interested in learning how to set up your posts to publish automatically on your social media, you can check out the next video.